Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn Web Coding. My name is Durgesh Sahani, and in this first episode of our new Solid Principles in PHP series, we are going to learn solid principles in PHP. In this new series, we will understand the single responsibility principle, open close principle, list-of substitution principle, interface segregation principle, and dependency inversion principle, and we will learn all of them in a practical way using PHP examples. In this first episode, we are starting with the overall foundation of solid principles in PHP. Before jumping into the code, let me quickly show you what we are going to cover in this video. What solid principles are in object-oriented PHP, how SRP, OCP, LSP, ISP, and DIP work in a practical example, why small contracts improve maintainability, how services should depend on abstractions instead of concrete classes, how dependency injection keeps the design flexible, and finally how to run and verify the output from the terminal. So let us start with the practical example. Suppose we are building a simple user registration flow, where one part saves the user data and another part sends a notification. If one class tries to store data, send emails, send SMS, and control the whole workflow together, the design becomes tightly coupled and difficult to extend. Solid principles help us separate responsibilities and keep the architecture clean. The first step is to define a small notification contract. So here I am creating the notifier interface. Inside this interface, I am declaring the send method. This is a good example of keeping the contract focused and simple. Now let us create the email-ometer class. First, I am including the notifier contract and then defining a concrete email implementation. Here, I am returning a message from the send method. This class has only one responsibility, which is handling email notifications. Now I'm creating the isMonitor class in the same way. This gives us another implementation of the same contract. Because both classes follow the same interface, one can be replaced with the other without affecting the service that depends on them. Next, I am creating the user repository interface. This contract is responsible only for persistence. Here I am declaring the save method. Again, this is a small focused interface, which is exactly what we want while following good design principles. Now I am creating the MySQL repository class. This class implements the repository contract and simulates saving user data in MySQL. This is a good example of keeping storage logic separate from other responsibilities like notification or application flow. Now I am creating the user service class. This class will coordinate the workflow, but it will depend only on abstractions. Inside the constructor, I'm injecting the repository and notifier dependencies. This is where dependency inversion and dependency injection become very practical. And here inside the register method, I am combining the flow by saving the user and sending a welcome message while still keeping the responsibilities separated. Finally, inside the index file, I'm bringing all the required classes together so we can test the complete example from the terminal. Since we already understand these files, I will add this block quickly. Now I'm creating the service object, passing a concrete repository and notifier, and then preparing a sample user array. After that, I am calling the register method so we can see the full flow in action. Now let me add a short comment guide so we can connect each solid principle with this example while reading the code. Here for S, which means single responsibility, the repository stores data, the notifier sends messages, and the service coordinates the flow. For O, which means open closed, we can add another notifier like smutera without changing the user service class. For L, which means list of substitution, email meter and SMA meter can replace each other because both follow the same contract. For I, which means interface segregation, notifier, and user repository are both small focused contracts instead of one large interface. And for D, which means dependency inversion, user service depends on abstractions instead of concrete classes. Now I am printing the result from the service so we can verify the save and notify flow from the terminal. Let us run the code from the terminal and check the output. You can see that the output is simple and practical. One line for saving the user and another line for sending the notification. That is enough to verify the working flow of this example. So to summarize this video, we created small contracts, separated responsibilities, allowed implementations to be replaced, avoided fat interfaces, and made the service depend on abstractions through dependency injection. These principles are extremely useful when you are building maintainable applications, preparing for interviews, or trying to improve your object-oriented design skills in PHP. That is all for this video. In the next session, we will begin exploring the solid principles one by one in more depth, starting with the single responsibility principle in PHP. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Share this video with other PHP developers and do not forget to subscribe to Learn Web Coding for future updates.